Namaste, beautiful beings. So this one is for the group that had a very deep self-loving conversation with me today. And for those of you that might be watching this afterwards, just in case that happens too, know that we have been taking a journey into the self and dismantling the judgments of selfishness that has perhaps been learned and felt in opposition of in our lifetimes. I don't know if I said that right, but the idea is if you've ever been accused of being selfish, when really you were just being self-loving, here is a meditation for you, a return to self. So as you're rubbing your hands together, go ahead and close your eyes. I really don't need glasses. I'm going to take those off. And breathe for just a few moments. Bring your hands when they're all fired up and when it feels right to yourself. And you choose this for yourself, bring your hands into your heart space, press them together in the mudra for balance, prayer position, and take a couple of nice, sweet self breaths. Self-loving, if you can feel love, that's great. If you don't feel love, don't worry about it. Just breathe for yourself. Every single breath is for yourself in this meditation. It is not because I told you to breathe that you are going to breathe. Even if I offer you a thought, if I offer you a vision, if I offer you an insight of your own free will, of your own self-centered beingness, which is beautiful and self-loving, you may choose that thought and apply it and do it or not. You are sovereign. You are a beautiful ruler of your light, your territory, and this is your energetic space to manage, to move, to shift, to change as you wish. And so in the spirit of self, what I might even call self-lovingness or capital selfishness, self-I-ness is a better way to say that. In your self-I-ness, take a minute and just be. On your in-breath, draw in everything that is good and loving for you. On your exhale, release all lower selfishness, including all the judgments, all the pain that those judgments have caused, and all the after effects and results that selfish labels have caused you, including guilt and shame and fear and limitation and sacrificialness and martyrdom. And the list goes on and on and on. Whatever you've had to do to dim your light, to prove that you are not selfish according to the thems of your world, just release, 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 release. And as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out, just do so for yourself. Self-I-ness. When it feels right to your self-I-ness and of your own free will, you can choose, if you want to ground. Ground in whatever way feels the most appropriate and authentic to you. Perhaps you have a vision of roots going down from your energy field down into the earth. You become like a tree or a flower. Perhaps grounding to you means to become the center of your universe. Perhaps grounding to you means to flip yourself upside down and ground in a very odd way to your stars, your home, your source of spirit, to wherever home feels like out in the universe or in your higher chakras. Whatever feels right to you, ground into the self. Remember that you are the creator here. You get to choose, you get to imagine, you get to be playful with your energy. So create something that will express your choice to ground into self. And sometimes when my mind doesn't feel quite creative, I'll offer you an idea. I oftentimes, when I can't ground into something because I don't have any reference for it, I'll create the word of it in my mind's eye. So literally, in my vision, I will see the word self. And how that word self appears, whether it's big and bold and thick letters or soft and delicate letters, or maybe not three-dimensional, maybe two-dimensional. The way it appears means something to me. So oftentimes when I'm connecting to higher energies, I see big, multi-dimensional, thick letters that look strong and beautiful and powerful. If I'm imagining words that are damaged or hurting, they might look scratched, dented, broken. They might be on fire. They might have a moat around the word. So envision, perhaps, my offering to you is to do this if you haven't come up with something of your own, the word self. And then picture yourself, you, the you that's meditating, here in relationship to the word self over there. Notice anything that's between the you that is meditating and the self over there. Perhaps the self over there isn't a word, perhaps it's a vision, a place, a body of light, an expression of you that you would like to get to. Take one more nice deep breath, and when you're ready, you can relax your hands down into your lap as you wish. And then just let yourself become really comfortable in this exercise. The you of you here in this moment is aiming to connect to the self of you over there. Perhaps there are feelings in the way, perhaps there are judgments in the way, perhaps there are challenges in the way, perhaps there's nothing in the way. Notice first and foremost what separates you, what creates and fills the space between you and yourself. And then in your beautiful, empowered imagination, create a way to get from here to there. There's no right way to do this. There's no wrong way to do this. Feel free to be playful. If you are still on this side, looking at the space between, go ahead and get over there. However you need to do it. Maybe you need wings and you just fly. Maybe you just blink your eyes and there you are. Perhaps you need to feel like you want to ask for help. Whatever feels right. Arrive there with yourself. And as you arrive with yourself, let's see if there's anything that needs to be done for you to integrate with your higher self. Is there an action that is required? Is there a healing that needs to take place? Is there an understanding that needs to be correctly understood? Something will be given to you intuitively for you to become one with self. And it can be very simple, and it can be very complicated. There's no right answer, there's no wrong answer, so just be present to what you need from deep within you, what is necessary for you to do to be one with self once again. As you are performing these actions or waiting for the information, notice how you feel. Sometimes your feelings give you really powerful information. Follow your instincts. And in the movie of your mind, really allow the word self to be manifesting before you in such a way that you can work with imagery, thoughts and feelings and paradigms to be able to work in this meditation. So for example, if somebody else put a label on self that said selfish, we'll go and take the label off, find the label and take the label off the word. If the self has been imprisoned, well, get a tool and break down the prison. If the self is bound, wrapped, chained, possessed by someone or something, then set the self free. And if you need any kind of help or assistance to do this, remember that your entire team in spirit is ready to be called upon. All of your 7 healing rays, masters and teachers, those who walk with you, are ready. But I'm going to engage you in something very empowering, and that is to not ask them to do it for you. Ask them to show you how to do it for you. In other words, don't delegate the task. Find out how to do it. Ask for assistance, if you so choose. And then, of your own power, do it. And if you still don't feel the power to do it, if you still need more, then ask them for the power to do it. Again, receive and then do. If you need courage to do this, breathe in courage. If you need integrity to do this, receive integrity. If you need forgiveness to do this, receive forgiveness. If you need permission, then get permission. And then do it. Of course, only if you choose. Once you have set yourself free, once you have connected to yourself, once you have healed and released all things between you and yourself, allow yourself to create such a union, such a beautiful force field of light, such a welcoming home, such a beautiful self-loving, self-caring, self-empowering state of consciousness and beingness, that everything in your meditation transforms into the light of self, the love of self, the wisdom of self. And as you become aware of all of this self-love, light, wisdom, and power, stand here enveloped in it, infused with it, embodied with it, emblazoned with it, and just breathe. You do not need to do this for others. This is for you. Restore your worth. Restore your value. Restore your strength. Return to the home of safety and love. Return to self-connection and appreciation. Return to self-security and self-determination and self-freedom, self-rightness. And then as you completely complete this healing upon yourself, let it be set by the highest sources of love and light in the universe. Allow yourself to be blessed. Allow yourself to be warmly connected to. And then allow yourself to feel harmony with all of life. In other words, don't just turn yourself to the source and be one with that only. Be one with life. Without having to change life, you having changed yourself, you are safe here. You are loved here. You are free here. This is your beautiful world to play in. And having now set yourself free from that judgment and pain of the label of selfishness, you are now self-I-ness, returning to the world, being here now in your true presence. And from your true presence, you are able to be a light in the world. That requires no egoic effort. You do not need to change this world. You do not need to fix this world. You do not need to edit it or teach it. Just be in it. Just be you, be here, be true. If you so choose in this moment to offer a spark of your essence to the world, I welcome you to do that in the most honest and appropriate and self-loving way. Not because you are trying to influence or change the world or make it something you wish it would be, but because it's in your nature to love, go ahead and love. Because it's in your nature to teach, go ahead and place the flame of your wisdom in the world. Because you are a living, breathing example of that which you truly are, go ahead and place a light into the heart of our planet and allow your presence to be here as a gift. As if to say, here I am. It is not yours to decide what the world does with your gift. It's not up for negotiation, to be honest. There's no need for you to give your heart or a piece of your substance, but you can offer your unconditional love, your flames, your beauty, the things that vibrate off of you, that you create, the chi of your personal life force energy can be gifted to the world without taking away from your substance, is what I mean to say. It costs you nothing. And it could mean everything. But it doesn't have to. And so for your own self-purpose, create the relationship you wish to have with this field of interpersonal connection, with this beautiful world that you live in, with the nature of nature. And then when it feels really right to do so, take in a nice, big, beautiful, self-centered breath. Breathe into your beautiful light. Breathe into your beautiful mind. Breathe into your beautiful heart. And remember that you are centered here, grounded here, present here. And just take a moment before you open your eyes to listen to that space, to feel into it, to commune with your own inner beauty here, to listen to your wisdom. That which you've always wanted others to feel is also something you have always wanted to feel. Something that you would have wanted to validate for everyone around you is something within you that has always needed to be validated. And so in this time that you take here in the center of self, allow that to be given to you from the self of you. And in doing so, allow something extremely profound to be righted, to be attuned to be planted and held and nurtured. And now, my beautiful friends, when you're ready, press your palms back together in prayer position. Give them a gentle rub. Take a couple of nice heart-centering breaths as you bring your palms right into the center of your heart in prayer position. Breathe all the way in. Breathe nice and easily out. And from the center of self, remaining in the center of you, find yourself now in the center of your universe once again, surrounded by love, light, and blessings, surrounded by a field of your own creation. And now that field around you is now expressing that which is within you. Breathe into your self-authenticity and your self-authentication. And bow to the life all around you that is now creating that for you and reflecting that back to you. And as you come back to this moment, give yourself the gift of one self-word, a word, I should say, that begins with a capital self. What is the gift you give to yourself today from yourself? Let it arise from deep within, the light of self. Repeat your self-word a few times, including the capital self at the beginning of it. So if you're giving yourself the gift of gratitude, for example, self-gratitude, self-gratitude, self-gratitude. And then taking one more beautiful deep breath. Breathe all the way in. Exhale completely. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Feel free to stretch it out a little bit. Namaste, my beautiful friends. Namaste, and thanks for being you. Go be yourself. Till we meet again. I love you. Namaste.